Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Lawrence and in today's video I will show you the top 10 best cars to own in GT Online. This is my personal list, so let me know which cars are your favorite. You can buy this car for 870,000 on the Benny's website. Keep in mind that this is not the fastest car, but the custom version is. So you can upgrade it over at Benny's workshop, it's over here on the map. They added the custom version in October of last year. Now you can upgrade it and this will cost you another $980,000. It looks insane, so let's upgrade it. I think I made a pretty sick car, so let's test it out. You can even pull wheelies with this car. You can do that by holding your brake and gas button at the same time, so R1 and R2 on PlayStation. Then let go of the brake button but keep holding the gas button. You will then pull a wheelie and it looks pretty cool. So if you drive it on the highway, you can feel that it has the fastest top speed in the game, but other than that it's not that good. The acceleration is bad, steering with this car feels so stiff, but it looks cool and it has the best top speed on last gen. Before we continue, check out Mitch Cactus. They provide multiple GTA services such as modded accounts, money and rank boosts for all platforms. So if you want a lot of money all in cash, a high rank, modded outfits and modded cars, check them out. They are fast and reliable with over 10,000 reviews. Also use my code Lawrence at checkout for a 5% discount. The link will be in the pinned comment and let's get back to the video. Now we will move on to one of the best Benny sport cars. It's the LG RH8 and it's free. You of course have the Benny upgrade, which will cost you a little over 900k. For a free car it's actually really good in terms of performance. It drives really smooth and I would even use it in races. I think this car is beautiful, especially with this paint job. This car is also one of the few cars with sticker bomb customizations. I think it looks pretty funny. I'm not a big fan of it, but if you're going for a more crazy look you can get them. I do like some of the liveries on this car. I went for the white stripes livery. Next up, we have the Command Retro Custom. This is my personal favorite Benny car. This sports car looks absolutely stunning and it gives the retro look. That's probably why it's called the Command Retro. This is the only car in GTA 5 Online that I actually like every single livery on. You can customize this car in so many different ways and with different styles. You can go for a clean look without a spoiler, you can go for a race car type of style and even a lowrider or tuner's vibe. I made it with my favorite color and this white livery, the Super Class. There are a lot of fast cars in this class, but my favorite is the Cyclone. You can find it on the legendary motorsport website for a little under $1.9 million. It's a really sick and unique car because this car is actually electric. You will hear it when you drive. The acceleration speed of this car is insane and the top speed is also pretty good. I always use this car when I race cause this car feels really nice to drive in and when you have to turn it's really fast. Some other cars that I like in a super class are the Krieger and the T20. The next class is the sports class. This is probably my favorite class. My personal favorite sports car is the Italy GTO. It's almost $2 million, so more expensive than the last car and it's on the legendary motorsport website again. I believe this is based off a Ferrari, but I'm not sure. If you have this car, I recommend adding the color that I have. It's midnight blue and it looks sick. You can also go with a red color. The top speed and acceleration are really good again and this car doesn't fly all over the place even though you are going so fast. The car also looks really sick, so that's another reason why I chose it. The next class is the Sports Classic. This may be one of the most beautiful cars in this video, the Turismo Classic. This one is way cheaper than the previous cars. The Turismo is a pretty OG car and this is an updated version. If you customize it, I recommend that you use a red paint job, and if you're on next gen, use the red chameleon color. It looks really sick on this car. I like the Sports Classic class in general cause it has some all-time classics, but they are still pretty fast, especially this car. So that's why I chose it. It's not the fastest nor the slowest car in this video, but an all-round great car. Now we will move on to the muscle vehicle class. This car got added to the game in last year's DLC, the Contract DLC. It's the Buffalo STX and you can find it on the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. If you go to your agency workshop, you can add a lot of cool and useful gadgets. First you can add Imani Tech, either the remote control unit or the missile lock-on jammer. I prefer the second one because then oppressors for example won't be able to lock on your car. You can also add mounted machine guns and lastly slick proximity mines. So So this is a great all-round car. It's a little bit bulletproof from the back, it can take a couple explosions, and it has all those cool upgrades. It's also the fastest car in the muscle class. So if you are looking for a really good and fast all-round car, you should get this one. Now we will move on to the off-road class. It's a pretty well-known car, it's the Night Shark, and you can find it on the Warstock website. You can also classify it as a weaponized vehicle, but in the game it's actually an off-road vehicle and it's definitely the best car in this class. It's actually really good off-road, it's the most armored vehicle in the game, I believe it can take up to 25 rockets, it's also pretty bulletproof, strong and faster than you might think. The next one is the SUV class. It doesn't sound all that great, but this car is amazing. I think this car is pretty underrated, it's the Taurus. I believe this is a Lambo SUV and it's only 500k. So it's a SUV, but it's pretty fast and that's why this car is the best in this class. The acceleration isn't that great, but once it picks up some speed, it keeps going faster. I think this car is worth to buy, it's definitely worth the money. Not everything in GTA Online is worth to buy, so it's kinda rare to find cars like this for that price. The Gratiatelli GTO Stinger TT. That's like the longest car name ever. I almost passed out trying to say the name. Now let's stop being dramatic and get right into the car's price. To buy this car it's going to cost you $2,380,000, but you also have to spend an extra $1,418,000 on the HSW upgrade. Which makes this car the number 1 fastest car in GTA 5 Online after putting that upgrade on. So to get the number 1 fastest car in GTA 5 Online, you're going to spend around $3.8 million in total after the HSW upgrades and all the other upgrades. That is kinda expensive, but I think it's worth it. Not only because it's so fast, but it really has no cons at all. It's literally all pros. It has amazing acceleration, nice handling, and of course the top speed of this car is the fastest in the entire game. If you have that money, I definitely recommend buying this car, because who doesn't want to have the fastest car in the game? Even if you're on old gen, I recommend getting this car, because even the stock version of this car is pretty fast. The stock version of this car goes 132 miles per hour or 212 kilometers per hour, but once you equip the HSW upgrade on this vehicle, it goes 168.5 miles per hour or 271 kilometers per hour. That's absolutely insane, and for me this car is a solid 10 out of 10. Also a really good looking car. Before we end the video, I want to let you guys know how much I actually spent on all 5 of these HSW vehicles. Now in total, upgrades and everything, I spent right around $12.5 million on all 5 of these HSW vehicles that I showed in today's video. That's not too crazy if you think about it. Like you can get the top 5 fastest cars in the game for $12.5 million. I think that's very reasonable. I also want to mention, in case anybody wonders, that the HSW upgrades on all of these vehicles are only available for Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S and also PlayStation 5 players. Keep in mind that you have to be on the next gen version of GTA 5 Online. So for example, if you play the PS4 version on a PS5, you won't see the HSW upgrades. So unfortunately, if you're on the old gen version of GTA 5 Online, you're not going to be able to put these HSW upgrades on your cars. Click the card in the top right corner or in the pinned comment if you want to see the fastest cars for old gen. Also let me know which car from today's video is your favorite. Hopefully this helped you out and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.